Hey everybody, Brian Keitlinger from Left in the Field Outdoors, and today got our BuckStik in the mail, and we're going to show you how to do a quick setup of the BuckStik. First thing I can tell you is once you get this, when you find it on your front porch, leave it in the container. It was built in a scent-free environment. Wait until you get out into the woods to open it up, and that's where we're going to go next. We're going to show you the two parts, how to set it up, and get it going from there. So let's go. All right, so we're out in my woods. I always bring a little claw hammer with me, which we'll get to at the very end. What you want to do is you want to open up, okay, and inside of the tube you will have the top part of the BuckStik, and the bottom part of the BuckStik, and then your gland lower will be in the bottom. We'll get that here soon. But this is the bottom part, which we are going to use. You can see this little foot peg. And we're going to step this into the ground as far as we can. This woods is, there we go. When we get that in there, you want to step into the ground. This little pad will be for interdigital, and then this is the top part. It goes right in there. Okay, now your BuckStik is ready to go. All right, so we're going to do a close-up of how we're going to get this ready. Notice I'm wearing rubber gloves. I always tell people wear rubber gloves. You don't want to put any extra scent on here that is not needed. The deer will pick that up. So all of your leaves will come like this. So you want to bend them around to create a canopy, okay, to make this look like a tree, make it look like a bush. Okay, here's your vine. You want to bend your vine down in front, and again you want to make this look as inviting as possible. You then have your coconut rope that you bring down to the side, and one of the key things I can tell you is these leaves are here to grab any scent that the deer will leave with their different glands, particularly their preorbital inside the eye. You do not want to put any gland lure on the leaves. They will pick the leaves off. So again, we've stamped it into the ground. We have the vine tipped over to the front and the side, however you want, just so it's inviting for the deer to come in, get on. You have your coconut ropes off to the side, and you have your leaves all spread out. Okay, again, so it looks inviting. Okay, in every tube from BuckStik, whether it's a buck branch, a BuckStik, a vine, or anything, they will send you the gland lure that you need. You get a preorbital, again, which is the eye, forehead. It is August. You don't need to use forehead right now. You'll use forehead when they shed their velvet. And then you have interdigital. Okay, so what we're going to do is pull these out. Here is the preorbital, and here's the interdigital. Okay, again, I don't need to put the forehead on because they're still on velvet. They're not doing a whole lot with rubbing on their forehead. So I'm going to take my claw hammer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up all of the dirt. I like to do this under all my BuckStik products. Okay. Kind of like we're creating a little mock scrape to begin with. Okay, now once I have that done, I'm going to take what we call the preorbital, and how I apply the preorbital. This sprays out in a fine mist, but what I like to do is I like to spray it into my hands. Once I have it in my hands, I rub my hands together, and then I slowly work down each rope. You do not want to add a ton. You come down this rope, okay, down this vine, all right, and you rub the preorbital all over there. You just need a little bit. They don't produce a whole lot, okay? If you use too much, you could scare the deer in your deer herd, okay? So once that's done, all right, I will then take the interdigital, which is clear, and I will actually spray interdigital in the dirt. Okay, then what I will do is I will take and I will go along this main trail. I will go back about 20 yards to another trail. I will spray interdigital on the bottom of my boots, and I will walk directly to the BuckStik, and then I'll step in the dirt again. You can put the interdigital on the gland, interdigital gland holder right here. I prefer to put it in the dirt. An extra hint you might want to do is dump some water in here to release any moisture stuff in there. Deer love the moisture. And so that's how you originally set up the BuckStik. So let's talk about this feature right here, which is the forehead strip. When deer finally shed their velvet, okay, I come in and do the same process. I will spray forehead gland in my gloves, rub it all together, and I will go up and down, okay, this forehead strip. This forehead strip is created so that it'll grab and it will hold any deer hair or dander or anything, and deer will get aggressive and rub this, okay, after they shed their velvet. They start to produce more forehead gland lore once they shed their velvet. So this is how you set up your BuckStik, okay, from the time you get it to on your porch to the time you put it in the woods. You want to find a place where you can set a camera because the deer will come to it. Best part about it is if you're not getting any activity, you can pull this out of the ground and you can take and you can move it and relocate it to another spot. We're going to leave this one in here for now. Let it gather some intel for us, let us know what's in this part of the woods. This is Brian Cutler from Left in the Field Outdoors, showing you some easy tips and tricks on how to install your BuckStik. God bless.